This is the Crawl Cosplay Challenge, the second week that I've taken part in. This one is based around Eustachio. You're supposed to play a human summoner of the Shining One. I mean, as with last week, some of these things are not necessary. Some of them are just like honorable mention. You get some extra points, or you get, just kind of like a thumbs up in your direction. I think they're called stars or something. But I'm going to try to do basically all of it. So I'll go ahead and I brought up the site here. Since I kind of talked my way through it last time, I thought I would maybe have this up as a visual thing so you guys can see for yourselves exactly how it works. You've got like your cosplay conduct points. These are things that are worth 5 points each. The only truly mandatory stuff is you've got to play a human summoner and you're not allowed to worship Trog. I think everything else is pretty much optional. But of course you get more points if you do the other stuff. Hey, Legends Strider, how you doing? What's up, Benji, Matt? So, bonus challenges, honorable mention, worship the Shining One. It'll be a real disaster, but I think we'll probably go for this. And this is a fun one. We're supposed to enter a lair sub-branch using a Ring of Telly or an artifact with the Star Telly property. And of course no items that prevent teleportation the whole time you're in the branch, and then get the rune. We may not be able to pull that off. We'll see. If we don't find such an item, then we can basically skip it, as long as we leave that S branch unentered and get 5 runes after that. So and clears out. But I mean we'll probably find something. We'll see. But the hardest part of this challenge is the cosplay conduct points. We're only allowed to train short blades and fighting as far as weapon skills go. And most importantly, we're not allowed to train anything above summonings. Once our stuff is skill level 8, once we have anything that's skill level 8 or higher, then at that point we have to have summonings as our highest skill, which is what blokes would call a scuffed character, insofar as you really don't want to have summoning as your highest skill typically. So that's basically the conduct is forcing us to skill badly, so that should be kind of interesting, I suppose. Anyway, let me switch real quick over to Crawl. Just 1 second. My streaming setup is still a little bit wonky. Alright, this should... yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so, human. Summoner. Oh, perhaps I should take off my wacky tile mons thing. Although what we could do actually is tile mons Eustachio. There we go. Cosplaying now. Tekken is too hard, Mr. Bickles? I haven't played a Tekken game in a very long time. I didn't even know they were still making those. So anyway, I'm probably just going to keep my summoning skill on the entire time, I suppose. Well, on the other hand, there's no reason for me to... yeah, I don't have to do that just yet. You start with stealth at 2, that's generally where I want to be. Let's just take fighting to 1 and see what happens. Yeah, fighting games are fun. I always liked Blaze Blue, and it was a spiritual successor to Guilty Gear. I always liked Guilty Gear. I was always a bigger fan of that kind of thing than the Street Fighter style games. I'll take this ring mail, but I won't actually put it on yet. So anyway, I'm not a huge fan of summoners as a start. Because, I mean, yeah, they're strong, but they kind of force you into a style of play that robs you of a lot of experience. Look at me losing to a rat, basically. Okay, there we go. So I just want to look over my requirements here real quick one more time, make sure I'm not screwing anything up. we can pretty much ignore the skill requirement until anything hits 8, so we have some wiggle room here. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. I did apparently do something wrong last time, which is that I was not supposed to enter lair without having a god unless one hadn't shown up yet. Okay, this dude can do a solid 8 damage to us, so... Okay, there we go. Have our dagger. I can blame chat for that, that's true. Well, I was bribed into it, so... Now, it's said that I can't train anything other than short blades or fighting, but there's nothing in here that seems to indicate that I can't actually use a different weapon if I want to. I'm just not allowed to train. Oh. Yeah, we could have died there to a rat. How embarrassing would that be? I mean, we're not streaking, but still. Nice stab on that hobgoblin, very good. It's kind of weird having this tile, I have to say. So you may be wondering why am I fighting without using my abilities? Well, first of all, I should have memorized Call Imp. But nevertheless, I want my experience, basically. So... killing things this way gives me more experience. Alright, so we excluded these guys because there were just a couple of them and I didn't want to fight them without a weapon, but now I feel pretty confident about doing it. Come on. There we go. Check this out. Ruined hunting sling. Could simply be a cursed piece of crap, so not necessarily sure if we want to go for that just yet, but we will see. Just take fighting to 3. Pick up these stones. Alright, so what have we found? We have a dagger, which we're wielding. We found a helmet already, that's cool. We found boots already, that's really cool. So we have a lot of AC compared to what we could have. I probably can go ahead and put on the ring mail. Yeah. This stuff is still reasonably castable, and this is just going to help us not get pizzoned by an adder really quick. I'm still training fighting. This is well within what I'm allowed to do. And we're just basically going to kill things with this dagger. Hopefully we find one with a... Whoops. Oh, these guys are fast. I forgot about that. Hey, cool. The imp took out the howler monkey for me. But yeah, hopefully we find a branded dagger. That'll help a lot. The real question is, what stats do I want to get? I'm kind of stuck as a caster as much as I don't necessarily want to be. I usually transition summoners into kind of hybrid type characters who fight alongside their allies. But in this particular case, I think, well, since we're saddled with short blades, we're not allowed to go unarmed combat, we're not allowed to go for any other weapon, I don't think we're going to end up doing a whole lot of melee, so we'll get intelligence. There's nothing stopping me from using something that's not summoning. I just have to keep it below summoning in the training, you know? So that's fine. I'm actually going to get Canine Familiar. Uh-oh. dangerous. Have fun with the imps, brother. If he breaks through, we're just gonna... Okay. I was gonna take the telly if this had gone poorly. You're probably wondering why I don't go to a different staircase. It's because there could be something like right next to the other staircases. You know, we could go down and run into Robin's pack, whereas I have a reasonably good idea of what's down here. Just a bunch of vermin, basically. Really want to check out this sling when I get a chance, but I'm doing the smart thing. I'm waiting until I have remove curse, you know. On the other hand, even if it's like a -2 sling, we could do some interesting things with that. You know what? Okay. I just decided to roll the dice, because I just realized with a -2 sling, we could still, you know, even if it was a curse -2, we could still basically kill things with it, and we get rewarded. Again, we're allowed to use this as far as I can tell, we're just not allowed to train it. So we found an excellent, excellent item here. Really just outrageously strong. A shame we can't train slings, but it is what it is, you know. We're allowed to train fighting, and I can actually, as long as I don't take it above 8, as long as nothing goes above 8, I guess, I'm allowed to have that. I'm allowed to have that higher than summonings. So, what is this? The Staff of Wizardry? All right, curious. Could be handy for later. Oh, Gozag altar. It's tempting. That would make this run really, really, really easy if we went for Gozag, but... Uh-oh. We're trying to get that honorable mention, right? So we're gonna go TSO. With these crawl cosplay challenges, I intend to always go for full points. We'll just see how it goes, you know. I'm not playing too carefully, you know. I'm going to try to make this as fun as possible instead of as careful as possible like when I usually play. Alright, we found Wu Jan. Here's one of those Gozag shops with horrendously overpriced things in it. Some nice stuff, but I don't really care for it. Care for any of that stuff, really. I suppose the whip with Int +6 and RF++ and MR+ would make a pretty good stat stick. Of course, if we don't go Gozag, the chances of us getting the money for that are pretty low. Alright. Identify. Enchant weapon. I'm actually going to enchant the sling. Blink. Okay. Man, should I give myself a +4 hunting sling with the knowledge that I'm not allowed? that I'm actually not allowed to train slings ever? Maybe. I think I'll save it though. This is plenty strong for the time being. This is interesting. Not much of a summoner yet, are we? Of course, when you find a sling like this, you really don't need too much in the way of skill to do good things. And fighting, you know, we're allowed to train fighting. And that helps with any weapon, doesn't it? We're going to take it to 7. Because if I... Oh, hello. Okay, that was potentially dangerous. We're going to take that to 7. We're going to take evokes to 5, actually. And this way I don't risk running up against the target of 8, thereby breaking my conduct. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that orc had a wand of acid, and so we switched to sling bullets to kill him quickly. Now we've auto-explored into Grinder, which is Pretty horrifying, actually. He's going to give us a ton of experience, so let's make sure we're training summonings above everything else. We can't really safely run away from this person, but we have these wands. So we're just going to use them. And then sling. There we go. Intelligence. Okay, good. That worked out. I finished him with the sling because his AC was nuked. Have you ever heard of a hitbox controller? I have not heard of that, Mr. Biggles. Feel free to enlighten me, though, as to what that is. That was actually a little dangerous fighting that wizard like this, on account of the fact that I could have gotten confused, I suppose. Although we probably have a curing potion, and we probably wouldn't die before getting the confuse off. But if I was playing super duper optimally, we would not have taken that fight. We would have probably summoned some stuff at least. Alright, some interesting stuff on this floor, but not really for this character. It's an all-button controller. Makes inputs really clean because it's like playing on a keyboard. That's interesting. I have not seen that. I'll have to look that up after this game, maybe. Okay, I just grabbed bolts just in case. If we find sniper or hellfire or something, even with no skill, that's probably worth using. Okay. Okay. Distant avalanche of sand. Let's identify this. Okay, it's inaccuracy. I think I'm going to go ahead and start obeying the conduct, even though it's a little early for us to have to do it. We'll take summonings above everything else. I should stop auto-exploring, because, well, we would like to find that, ossuary, wouldn't we? Man, this is obnoxious. There we go. Look at this guy, he just doesn't want to die. It's dog time. Let's go up. I don't care about missing the ossuary as much as I care about not dying. Distant avalanche of sand. Whoa. Okay. A bit dangerous what we just did there. Of course, part of it is that we have no training in our weapon skill, you know. Big issue. There it is. Okay. We have the luxury of waiting a bit. Oops. That's a rapier. Now we can well and truly be Eustachio. Sadly, it's unbranded, but still. Let's go in here. Okay, we got the easy one. This is good. We can just kind of tab our way through here. Hey! Shaman, thank you. Much appreciated. The rules are I have to play a
So what are the rules for this guy?
I have to play a human summoner. I'm allowed to worship any god except for Trog, however I get an honorable mention for worshipping TSO, which is what we're going to do. I'm only allowed to train short blades and fighting as far as weapon skills go. I have to always have summonings as the highest skill that I'm training if anything is 8 or higher, so we're about to start obeying that. I can't cast Aura of Abjuration, which I wasn't planning on doing anyway. And the most interesting one is that I have to, when I go into one of the 2 lair sub-branches, so like snakes, shoals, whatever, I have to wear a Startelli item for the whole time that I'm in the branch until I get the rune. So, or I think until I leave the branch, actually. And then if I haven't found a Startelli item by the time I have 5 runes, then I don't have to do that. So it should be fun. So we're actually getting owned by these water moccasin zombies, so I'm going to burn acid. Which kind of feels like a huge waste, but what are you going to do? This character would be just tearing it up even harder than he already is with no resource use whatsoever if I was allowed to train slings, but I'm not. I think this this particular challenge has a lot of very difficult aspects to it. Just in terms of like the keeping summoning at your highest is generally not what you want to do. Going TSO for a 3 runer, you know, from the beginning of the game is generally not what you want to do. So it is interesting. We'll see how it goes though. We found this sweet sling and there's no rule against me using the sling even though I can't train it. So we've just been kind of crushing things with, well, it started as a +2, but now it's +3 because I found an enchant weapon. I have another enchant weapon, I just haven't used it yet. Hey, we have remove curse, cool. Alright, it looks like our summoning skill is now well above everything else. And we're human, so our aptitudes aren't exactly incredible in anything in particular, so if I just keep summon training on, I should be safe to not break my conduct, you know. Let's take dodging to 5, I suppose. Okay, this would be interesting. Sadly, we attack at 1.2, so technically we could be taking 40 damage here. But they're slower than me, so what am I doing? Let's just back off and snipe his ass, you know. Very good. And a Ring of Sea Invisible for my trouble. Awesome. Hey, very good. Thank you, Legend of Strider. That's 2 months for both you and Shaman.
All I remember here is a Twitch Prime sub since they'll forget otherwise.
Appreciate it, guys. Definitely very, very encouraging for me wanting to stream more. Super cool. Yeah, I tend to prefer 2D fighting games personally. Oh, here we go. An ogre. If we're lucky, we'll be able to kill him just by doing that, but no such luck. That's okay, though. We'll just make the dog, then we'll make an imp. I'm gonna shoot the bullet. Shoot the bullet. That's a lot of damage. Got him. Any corpses? Good. Nice edible ogre for me. A lot of really nice altars, man. We've found Kozag first thing, my favorite god, probably the most powerful one in the game. We found Fedhas, which is we're playing 0.24, so that's a good one. Found Wojang Council, which blows. We found Okawaru, which is amazing, but remember we've got to go TSO if we want that honorable mention, so... I'm gonna have to bypass all these nice gods and go for being a paladin, I suppose. Uh-huh. I'm gonna burn a Telly scroll. Not because I'm afraid of all this, but because I wanted to preserve that net for later. Because I have 6 Telly, I have 0 nets. So, it was actually more important to me to get that net for later. This Sif Moon, that'd be powerful. Okay, we'll make Imp, Imp, Imp. Actually gonna have this stuff run away so I can get a little bit of experience off this, more than I would have. How's our skills coming along? Not bad. Hopefully we can find a nice branded quick blade this game, since we're forced into short blades. Or something like the arc blade, that'd be pretty cool. Then we could almost bypass being a summoner. We'd basically be a summoner with kind of a experience handicap, you know? Or be a stabber type guy or a melee guy with an experience handicap. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's not that I mind playing as a summoner, it's just I'd like to be able to get you know, the experience that I need, thereby avoiding killing things with my summons. Also, look at this pretender here. I think we're gonna have to have a little battle to see who's the better Eustachio. I haven't memorized Lightning Spire. I should probably go ahead and get that online at some point. Sooner than later. Wonder how much. 61% chance to poly. I'll burn a poly on him. Alright, he's an ant now. Very good. Okay, let's learn our Spire. Take air magic to 5, I guess. This would be a great place for a Spire. Do we have curing? Yeah, we have 2. Good. Nice. See, I wanted to pull this stuff back. There's actually 2 priests. Wow. I wanted to take less damage in the process of killing all this stuff, and the priests could have really complicated things. Let's walk up to this dude. Wow, okay. We'll, call a dog. Call an imp, call an imp. Switch to the rapier. This is a little questionable because he could do a lot of damage to me. I'm gonna swing anyway. Okay. You know what? This is worth burning an Ice Blast, just to finish him off safely. Alright. That was not exactly the most expert handling of that situation, I guess. Still no branded short blade, but that's relatively normal. Okay. Oh, let's grab that net, of course. Went through so much trouble to get it. We don't want to leave it behind, right? Okay, pull this dude up. Yeah, you're probably right, Mr. Bickles. I've been a little bit lazy about it. Because, I mean, I'm not going to be in this sling forever. Okay, so unlike the last game, we have no conduct stopping us from going in here. But we get cucked out of the Shining One. He's not here. So we're gonna have to keep on hunting for him, I guess. It's okay. Keep identifying stuff. Her string of attention. Can I macro the switch? Yeah, I could if I wanted to. I just don't usually use macros is all. Again, we're not going to be using the sling for all that much longer, I don't think. Let's roll the dice on this. Okay. Actually, that's really... He's really strong with a dire flail, come to think of it. Why will I need that ring of attention, Roga? I thought the only crappy ring I'm supposed to wear is Startelli. At some point. Hey, it's Doan. This is actually really good. We're going to be able to get him by himself. Got him. Okay. Now we have to be a little bit careful. We gotta get his sister. Not near a staircase. How are my skills coming? We're getting to the point where I actually have to pay very close attention to it, although as long as I just keep summoning on, I should be okay. There she is. Short Sword of Electrocution. Alright. Alright. That means that, let's see, Mendeley 12. Well, Mr. Biggles, it's not how it works. Everything can go above 8 if I want it to. It just has to be below summonings, and as long as I keep summonings on, I should be good to go. 8 is just the point. Once any of my skills gets to 8, that's when the rule starts taking effect. So technically I didn't have to follow it just yet. Alright, so we'll go up. She has a horribly dangerous weapon. So, now we've sort of cheesed her, her rage away. Let's pull this dude up. You know what? I'm gonna make a familiar. That was just in case. Cool thing about being a summoner, as much as I complain that it's like sort of a awkward start, cool thing about being a summoner is you start with the power to do basically whatever you want. Like, you can kill anything with your summoner powers. Oh, no. That's actually a really bad staircase. What do you got? +3 whip? Okay. There's a artifact short sword. Could be disto, but it could be something amazing. I'm gonna roll the dice. Okay, +4 venom. I'll take that. It's probably not gonna be as good as the electrocution, but this gives our poise, which is cool. In fact, this is better for this point in the game, I suppose. Against many enemies. Okay, so call imp, call familiar. Nice. Nice. Alrighty. So we have weapons. We have the tools required to really easily get some kills, at least on popcorn, you know? And I have our poise, so that'll make lair much easier. So I think... Oh, hello. Wow, +4 arbalest, that's incredible. Not allowed to train arbalests, but Or crossbows if you prefer, but still, that's possibly untrained. That's possibly better than my hunting sling. Base attack delay 1.9, quite slow, but base damage 18. I mean, damn. Sling's probably better, I suppose, at least in layers, since it slows so many things down, but it is tempting. I can't believe we got screwed over on the Shining one, man. Can't catch a break with these gods. So this time we're going to be very careful to follow the rule that says that you're not allowed to enter... Oh, hello. You're not allowed to enter the lair or orc without worshipping a god. This is very dangerous. Ouch. Okay. I should have summoned one turn sooner as soon as I saw the wyvern. It's not really something you want to be messing around with at this point in the game. We're just in ringmail after all. Hey, not allowed to worship Trog. Although honestly, I'm curious why they made that a requirement, since since you're supposed to be training summoning basically all the time, you couldn't worship Trog anyway. Although I guess worshiping Trog is a guaranteed loss of the challenge, whereas the skill thing is optional. So that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna make some buddies here. 2 bears, okay. A little bit spooky. Okay, we'll let my allies handle him now that he's zerked. Oh, 2-headed ogre. Alright. So we almost have Spire online. That's essentially a free lair is what that is. Tempted to train stealth, to be honest. Get some stabs, but let's be smart. Let's see how much damage this thing can do to us. 15 plus 20, 35. Giant club is 20, 55, then 75. He cannot one-shot me. I am not going to foolishly try to stab him, as tempting as it is. Okay. Order them to attack. Go for the swing. I think I'm safe to swing one more time. He's as sick as possible. Now we back off. My allies do a little work on him, and he dies. Cool. 71 hit points with my meager GDR. He wasn't likely to, if even possible, he wasn't likely to kill me. Nice, wand of acid. 12 charges of acid. 8 ice blast, 8 polymorph. We're doing quite well on evokes, which is making me happy that I went ahead and trained 5 of those. Book. Could it be more summons? Nope. Some hexes, basically. I think I can live without that, although we could become kind of a second-rate stabber, I suppose. Damn. How dangerous. Okay. Don't trust my defenses just yet. Any cloak? Any gloves? No. Shield that I missed? No. There's a ring. It's the ring of ice. Suppose we could ensorcelled hibernate things a little bit harder with ring of ice, but I don't think so. Just gonna chill out here and pull this thing up. Back down. Very much better at melee than we were just a minute ago. Just because I trained up my dodging to 4 and I have short blades halfway decent now. In fact, why don't we take that to 6? I may even train some armor soon. This is a bit annoying. I'm gonna go for it though. Okay, good, we got it. Electricity and oh boy, that's Maurice with a wand of scattershot. Why TSO? It's just part of the challenge. It's worth quote-unquote an honorable mention in the Crawl Cosplay Challenge for this one. Now let's polymorph this dude immediately so he doesn't waste my wand charges. He becomes an ice beast, that's cool. Canine Familiar. Nice. One-shot the Quasit with lightning. Switch to Venom. Hold on a minute. As sick as possible. I'm going to swing one more time. We're just going to see if we can... Switch to electricity now. Okay, that was a little risky. Alright, now we'll wear the Ring of Ice. Nice. Very cool, very cool. Because Ebering's code is extremely bad, I had to use Poly on this guy immediately, or he would have just started scattershotting sort of into the open air to waste the charges. In fact, to a large degree, monsters using wands is, it's a way to bring back item destruction, which was removed a long time ago for being a bad mechanic. But, well. We stopped it from happening. Oh, hey, it's Mikkel. The Whip of Flaming today. As sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Very good. We just found another book. Book of Debilitation, so we have even more hexes. The game really wants me to go in the hexes direction, but it's not really something this character wants to do. I mean, we could just to get the stabs and whatnot, but I don't think so. Alright. Let's stop summon training at 13 since we're planning on taking short blades to 12. That'll give us some wiggle room, basically, to maybe train some other things for a while. I'll make that decision here in a minute. Everything has a skill training target on it, so I'm not risking breaking my conduct. Wow! Wow! That is a D8 Deep Elf Mage. Oh, it's only 43% chance to poly. Wonderful. I was going to rest and do that. I should have checked first. That's horrifying, because if he got a double zap on me, I just die. If he has electrocution, or lightning bolt, rather. It's lame as hell. I think we just skipped this floor. We fully explored it. I can't believe no Shining One altar yet. Can you guys believe the god that you almost never want? I mean, imagine the bad luck there. What's Sin? Imagine the bad luck there. You're never really looking for TSO, the one game where you are. And he doesn't show up until super, super late. Which is quite bad, actually, because one of the things about TSO is that you get piety in two ways. The one everybody knows about is that you get it by killing undead, demons, whatever. But for those of you who want to take TSO early like this, you actually get piety from every time you see a new enemy that you haven't seen before. Here we are. So if I've already seen a bunch of stuff, I think that I get screwed out of that piety. Is TSO really that bad? I can understand for 3-ring games, but he's alright for 15. He's amazing for 15. The problem is that, like, the main thing that he does for you, which is heal you and give you mana when you kill living things, or excuse me, undead or demonic things, you don't really get much of that in the 3-ring game. I mean, he's still pretty strong. I mean, I'm going to train some invocations and make use of his angels and stuff, but you have to get to that point first. He also makes your summons last longer, which I think is why this is part of this challenge. I just hope we find a bunch of undead. It looks like we just found just a casual wraith by himself. That's cool. Slow already. Uh-oh. Let's not screw with this. Let's acid and then swing. There we go. But yeah, if I find a lot of undead, I can... get some piety a little faster. Let's pull this thing. Such bad luck. 1, 2, 3. 3. Short Blaze is coming up. Wonder if I should even be bothering with invokes yet. I probably shouldn't. Fight these things one at a time. Now we have to go down a different staircase, sadly. Just too many yaks, you know. I love this cool 0-star ability, which is that we have a halo only on me, therefore I'm easier to hit and no one else is. But hey, small miracles. TSO doesn't hate poison anymore, so at least we can use this dagger, or short blade, I guess. Ah, there we go, finally. We rose in piety just enough to get some accuracy bonus on these other dudes. Probably should have marked which floor had the Deep Elf Mage on it. I think it was D8. No, 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 no. Don't mark me. That was a little silly. Okay, we can pull this up pretty safely. We just took some damage. It's poisoned. Sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Sick as possible. 2, 3. Wow. Sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. 3, there we go. If we could get some better body armor on, we could do a little something. Wouldn't it be nice if we could afford one of these ring mails? It's not really that much of an improvement, though. Anyway, we're allowed to go into the lair now, so that's cool. We have a frost pass over you. Well, we have a ring of ice. That's handy. I think we may be able to do an early ice cave. Let's buy this stuff. Okay, we're going to go ahead and amnesia off. Call Imp, because that's contraband under TSO. Buy a couple identifies as well. We have enchant armor. Do I bother with it? I'm gonna go with yeah. This character needs a little help, so we'll just do the helmet. We have 4 enchant weapons. Damn! Those I think we can save, because we're doing pretty well on weaponry. And we could find a quick blade of freezing in this place, if we're just a little bit lucky. Okay, that's contraband. We won't get the random effects. Sick as possible. You know what? I'm gonna make my life a little easier. Oh, Lightning Spire. So broken. Go down the closer stairs. Yeah, my fear is that there's like a billion things around it. And we have, you know, knowing where the thing is, we kind of have time to duke it out, I think. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, see, stuff is right here for the record, but I mean, I suppose it's not as bad as I thought it might be. Ah! See, the layout of this floor was so spooky on account of the fact that it just looks very cramped, doesn't it? I just had the feeling there'd be a bunch of stuff here, although it's again, it's really not as bad as I thought, so you actually had the right idea. Here's the electric sword on the ghost there. Oh, hey fellows, we definitely want Ring of Ice on for this. Zerk these dudes down. Oh, you son of a bitch. The portal mimic chuckles and vanishes in a puff of smoke. Adorable. Adorable. Hey, Airman. 4 months. Nice, man. Much appreciated.
Dawn.
Don de Puppy. Lightning Spire does not do more damage to flying. You're thinking of Airstrike. But I probably should have put up a Lightning Spire there. Just trying to optimize the amount of experience I'm getting here. Wow, now that's a cornucopia of potions. I like all that. And the haste, too. Wow, this weapon is really letting us slaughter this stuff, too. That's good. +5 Ring of Pro. And there's our Ring of Telly. So we can do that at some point. We can do the conduct. No, air in general doesn't do more damage to flying things, just airstrike. A mark all for purchase. I think there's some stuff in here we don't want. Not the degen, probably not the flight. What's funny is we don't really need to be using See Invisible, since our aura basically gives it to us. So I'll probably take that off once I have some better rings available. Also, we should take off ice. Whoops. Nice. Yeah, I could buy degen just to have it identified, but I think we have a glut of ID scrolls right now. Sick as possible, 1, 2, 3. Sick as possible, 1, 2, 3. He'll die of the poison. Sick as possible, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay, that should be enough. Low on hit points here. He'll die. Cool. And another shop. This one has a shield. That's handy. Wow, Kama does try to select everything. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we're just going to tab these dudes. We have our poison, we have a poison weapon. We'll crush bees, as you can see. Okay, so now we have an interesting choice. Should I keep getting intelligence? Even though we actually have half-decent weaponry now? I almost want to... I think I'm going to get strength, because we're going to want to wear bigger armor on this character, I think. Okay, so I haven't bought anything on this floor, because there's so much to buy. Yeah, interesting. Do we have haste right now? Yeah, we have a couple haste. Honestly, the number one thing I want might be the shield. If we could pop that on right now. Can I add a meme bot to chat? Yeah, people keep asking me to do that. I really should. It's on my list. It's on my to-do list. I mean, do you want the actual Yak stats? Because here they are. I can paste those into chat if you like. Or did you want the... Lindley Hinsel knows how to shave these. Yeah, 18 damage. Yeah, you're right, I should get on getting that. Oops, I didn't mean to go into Lair just yet. I wanted to look at what's available. I'm not going to buy the telly yet. There's nothing that says I have to go in sooner or later. I just can't go into both of my S branches unless I have a Ring of Telly on for at least one of them. So, I mean, I can delay that for way later if I feel like it, if I'm understanding the rules. If I'm understanding the rules properly. And we may do that, because having Telly on is a bit dangerous. No, we have to do the whole branch with a Telly ring on. Okay, we're gonna wear the shield. Stops us from using Lightning Spire. Take that to 10, actually 12. Okay, cool. Cool. We should be able to beat. Should be able to beat the Lair. For the most part, just with our powers here, with our powers of dagger, that is, venom and electrocution. With 4 enchant weapon, I am real tempted to enchant the short sword of a Lek up. Oh, we can drop the arbalest now, and the bolts. As quick as possible. Ouch. I mean, we're going to be quite the combatant here as I pump up shields and short blades. Yeah, well, Telering is bad for everybody, really. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. This is a Gastronoc. And I don't even get a good hat out of the action. He's just got a +0 hat. What to do? What to do about this? So we take off the shield. Maybe I should go grab some darts, but this seems to be working out. What I should do is I should wear my hunting sling. I just don't want to take 40-some damage or whatever he can do. There we go. Alright. Turns out Lightning Spire solves most problems. Sounds good to me, man. Okay, we don't need to bother with the hat. We have a +1 helmet. Hello. Hello, Nergal. Can I poly you? 26%? Not really. Well, again. Spire. Ouch. Okay, come on, TSO. Where's my negative energy resistance? Come on, bro. Okay, I guess we Ice Blast you to finish you off. Holy shit. Alrighty, something I should have done a while ago is silence. Heal wounds. That was a little bit of bad luck. With 5 evokes, that Ice Blast should have taken her out. But it wasn't guaranteed, and I took the risk, and I got robbed of a few resources on account of it, so that's fine. Okay, this cloak is just +0 and cursed, but that's fine. It's a trade. +2 robe of fire resist. We're gonna grab it just in case I need to swap for the purposes of a volcano. Nice. Kill the spiny frog. Oh, hello. Hello, Sonya with a wand of clouds. Okay, she's a hog now. Sadly, she tagged me with Curare, but that's fine. Take my wand of clouds, except... Oh, no, that's contraband. That's a real shame. But the Curare is handy. Okay, I guess we just go down now. Okay, we got a vault with some potential goodies inside, maybe a book with some summonings in it. Sadly, we're a little bit enthralled to the floor gods here, which is to say, well, if we don't find any books with summons in them, then we're kind of wasting an enormous amount of summoning training. Now, we could have gotten Sif Muna or something, but then we don't get the honorable mention. Okay. Okay. Electrocution. Oh, this is bad. You know what? I'm gonna preemptively scattershot. Just because I didn't want to risk it with 9 AC. Jeez. Sick as possible. 1, 2, 3. Sick as possible, and boom, he gets the big hit on me. There we go, he dies of the poison. These guys are not messing around today. Oh right, I never put my shield back on, that's why. Derp. Hello. Hello, buddy. Can I polymorph you? You're an orb spider now, that's possibly worse. Okay, Curare. I'm gonna flame this to death. Cool. You'll notice I'm using electrocution versus the spiny frogs since they are resist poison. I kind of saved my money, by the way, because I think I want that +8 or +5 ring of protection for 800 some gold. That'd be really nice to have. That would actually help this character out a ton, come to think of it. Still no resist negative from worshipping TSO. Still no abilities, which is making me feel good about my decision not to train any invokes. Hey, you're gonna get Curaried for sure. These guys are vulnerable to poison. Super, super dangerous to be in melee with a wolf spider at almost any point in the game, but especially this one. I don't know if this is just a wacky vault or if it's actually an entranced spider. Looks like it's just a wacky vault. Oh. Should have gone electric for that. Uh-oh. Curare. Curare. Okay, there's a Curare. Ouch. Please stop owning me. There we go. It's a little bit horrifying. I think this is where we use some flame. Wow, such luck. Alright. Need to use a heal wounds. It's just too dangerous. This is no joke. I'm gonna scattershot. Whew. Okay, okay. Alright, 2 grows ghost. He can confuse me, he can corona me, he can put me to sleep. How horrifying. I don't think we can safely do this with a Death Yak and a Sleeper in there. Although I could wear this and then we would be immune to the Ensorcelled Hyber, we would still be confusable. Is he electric resist? Yeah, he is. I'd really like to get in there because there could be all kinds of goodies. But I don't know. Ice Beast's at 32%. I guess we could try to just like spam his ass down with the Staff of Wizardry, you know. It's not resistant to cold. Would be pretty obnoxious if we immediately got tagged. There, here we go. Expire. Beast, beast, beast. Not enough magic. Oh, I haven't trained any spellcasting. Genius. Okay. That would explain why my mana is so unbelievably low. Don't do that. Don't train 0 spellcasting, guys. On a character that's ostensibly meant to be a caster. I think I might... I want to burn acid, but... Yeah, I'm going to burn acid. We'll take his AC down a bit. There we go. Okay, so we could be confused here. We're going to try to burn some more acid anyway, though. Let's make an Ice Beast. Okay. Just let our boys handle this now. Uh-oh. Alright. Then we finish it with wands. He's debuffed, we'll use Ice Blast, he doesn't have RC. Alright, that went okay. Big use of resources, but we get a +2 hat of magic resist, that's huge. We get a ring of magical power, that's pretty damn good at this point in the game. And we get a book of geomancy. Certainly we could go in the earth direction. It's a little awkward since I have this wacky requirement to keep my summons high, but LRD is strong enough that it's probably worth doing. I mean, especially since I'm pumping my intelligence so hard. But remember, I can't really go statue form like I can, but I'm not allowed to train unarmed combat, so my whole usual preferred plan is not allowed, you know, it's kind of forbidden. Gonna have to keep that in mind. But LRD opens up Elf to us, and that's quite good. Makes Elf super easy to do. But if we could just find a really nice summoning book, that would open up quite a bit of stuff to us as well. Okay, I have a lot of magic map. We're going to go ahead and use one because we found a volcano here. It's right next to us, alright. So sadly the only sources of RF Plus are 1, this whip that I can't afford, and 2, this robe of fire resist. So I guess we pop on the robe and hope for the best, yeah? I was gonna say there's gonna be ogre mages. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Just use the Hunting Sling of Freezing after he's Curar'd and just kinda go for it. There we go. We could have Lightning Spired. 12% even in the shield now, so that's nice. We're definitely going to use Lightning Spire here in a minute. With that, I was more interested in just being at max range, and unless he had Blink, there was almost nothing he could do about it. Alright, we get a little bit bad luck. This guy's right here waiting for me. Giving you a heart attack. Why? Because I'm not Lightning Spiring? Well, there's your Lightning Spire action right there. Oh. Hey, buddies. Okay, let's Curare these guys. Let's make another Spire. Well, that's quite good, but it steals your experience, so... if I don't have to use it, then I try not to. I agree, it's completely overpowered. Oh god. That's a Hell Knight. It's almost BVC broke. I would say it's on par with BVC. Actually. Why isn't he opening the door? It's a bit curious. Have RF Plus, though. Halberd of Flaming. Well, that's true. BVC gives you more experience, but you still get half experience with Lightning Spire. And you can get even more than half experience if you are able to damage things while the Spire is doing its dark work for you. Okay. Kind of pull back a bit. Oh, uh-oh. Alright. Curare. Okay, and then we'll just hit him with the sling. He blinks. I get him with another Curare. Got him. Chainmail of Fire resist. Halberd of Flaming. Yeah, Ice Beast I could have done, but that's 36% fail rate. I didn't really feel like swapping to my Wizardry staff to make that castable. I probably should have, though. Chainmail of Fire resist. That might be worth it. That one's also +0. Okay, this could be fun. What do we got here? Need to drop some stuff. I'll drop arrows. We're probably not doing sticks to snakes this game. Huh. Wow. That is interesting. So we're not allowed to wear this when we do our Startelli adventure, but that... No, you're not. It's against the rules. You can't cheese it like that. Kitchen Ace, otherwise known as Ethnic Cake, I believe when he was writing those rules, he had some foresight that people were going to try to cheat, so he wrote an exception that said that you're not allowed to have a minus telly item on. Which seems fair. It kind of goes against the spirit of the challenge, right? Nevertheless, that might be a good Zot 5 kind of item. Man, Ent +8, that's really good. Wow. Sup, guys? Curare this dude. Please don't kill me, bro. Oh, hello. Curare really coming in handy today.
Let's get it on.
Hey, Tonehack. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. 4 months, wow. It's awesome, man. Really cool. Welcome to the stream, by the way. We're doing a very wacky challenge right now. With a lot of, I guess I would say difficult rules. But we're handling it. okay so far. Alright, let's get on out of this volcano. Ordinarily, this volcano is dangerous as hell. Well, you'll notice my tile. I've set my tile as Eustachio. The idea is that you're Eustachio. You have to be a human summoner. No, these runs are not seeded. You have to start as a human summoner. You have to worship any god except for Trog, although you get an honorable mention for worshiping the Shining One, so we're doing that. You're only allowed to train short blades and fighting as far as weapon skills go, which is a shame because we found this amazing +3 hunting sling of freezing really early on, but couldn't train slings. And here's one of the hard ones. You have to always have summonings as your highest skill, as long as any of your skills are above 8. So, I don't know if you've played much summoning in DCSS yet, Tonehack, but generally you wouldn't want to do that. You really wouldn't want to overtrain summonings like that. So that's kind of a more difficult, adds a little bit of difficulty. You're not allowed to cast Aura of Abjuration, which I don't really use that much anyway, although it's a pretty good spell. And also, for maximum points, you have to enter a lair sub-branch, so snake, shoals, whatever, wearing a Startelli item, and you have to wear it the entire time you're in the branch, and then you have to get the rune and you have to leave. If I hadn't found a Startelli item, then there's like a rule that lets you get around that, but we actually, we found a cursed ring of teleportation. Yeah, only one branch. It only has to be one lair sub-branch. Actually, I think it's pretty fun, Josh Meyer, no joke. So, anyway, we're kind of focused on being a halfway decent fighter type guy at this point. In fact, can I still cast with this heavy armor on scale mail? Not really. Let me check something. Did any dragon armor spawn? No. Yeah, you could way over level. Of course, you're going to have... it's a little bit of a rough time doing something like that because where you're going to go to over level is the thing. You're still skipping a lair branch, which is a little bit risky in terms of experience. Right, this is fine. I want to be at least in ring mail so I can have GDR. Nah, Josh Meyer, I like challenges is all. Let's pull this thing up. Switch to electrocution to defeat the spiny frog. Hopefully, yeah, I was going to say hopefully we have no problems. It seems like we're half decent at melee now. I mean, our defenses are still not great, but the shield, whew, the shield helps a lot. No, you don't have to do 15 rune. There's no points for going 15. Yeah, XP definitely matters. I mean, I would say that XP matters even more in a run like this, where you have the wacky, the wacky rule where you have to keep summoning so high, which effectively means you just have less experience for the things that you actually want. And also bear in mind that because I'm saddled with the Shining One, if I want to get, full honors or whatever, that means that there's no guarantee that I'm going to actually find a book with summon spells in it. So we're kind of stuck just with the spells that that were in our starting book as far as summons go. Minus Call Imp, because TSO considers that to be against the rules, so to speak. Alright guys, blink away already. What the hell? Okay, that was dangerous on my part. I'm gonna drink a curing... Flame... Unbelievable. Alright. Scattershot at him. Just didn't want to die. I have 5 evocations, but just didn't want to happen for me. Let's take that to 10. So blink frogs are still very dangerous for this character, so let's try to kill them the smart way. I mean, I tried to do it the smart way before by luring, trying to lure a few off from the pack, but they're so quick. Typically they aren't quite so rambunctious, though. They'll blink around after attacking you and whatnot. Just kind of had a little bit of bad luck, I think. Hold on, let's Curare these dudes. Dude. Alright, flame this one. He dies. Cool. Curare that one. At least my aura's helping me a little bit here. The big deal is that they do 20 damage and they do it really fast. Yeah, the Summon Golem spell, people typically make fun of it. I think you could probably do some funny things with it. The problem is, though, that I think a TSO would actually get mad at me if I used it, because if it explodes and does damage to my allies, I have a suspicion that TSO will consider that to be treachery, and then actually put me under wrath, which of course we certainly don't want. So I'm probably not going to fool with that spell today. We do not have RF, and this guy's being kind of a jerk. Swamp Drake, huh? That's fine. We have our poise. Jeez. Is he confused? How did he just stop noticing me? That's so strange. Yeah, frogs absolutely are caster killers. The blink frogs especially, because they're so quick. And because they blink around, with enough bad luck, they can sort of cut you off. Yes, there is logic to it. If it attacks and it does damage to you, it's supposed to blink itself. For some reason, the ones that I was fighting just now were not really doing that. Hard to explain why. You know, it occurred to me that I could train short blades, and even though I'm not allowed to train long blades, I get cross-training. Hey, Holy Wrath. We do not need a Holy Wrath weapon. I was hoping for flaming. I was willing to roll the dice on Disto. That's correct, Mr. Biggles, because I take 3 steps because that's the optimal time for you to poison them again and get them back up to as poisoned as possible. And it gives them the least amount of time to attack me while my poison is doing the most amount of damage possible. And with that trick, you can even beat stuff like Death Yaks that you probably shouldn't be able to beat yet. Like so. 2, 3... 3. See? Now, if I had tried to go head-to-head with his ass, I would have probably gotten GG'd pretty quickly. Are they regenning through the poison during those 3 steps? Well, the poison is working on them, and they're always regenerating. But the poison only goes down a step after a certain amount of time. I mean, I'll be honest, Doesn't he is the one who did the code research into this, so I haven't actually looked into it myself. He just kind of said that was what was optimal. But 9 times out of 10, he's right about stuff when he looks it up, so... you know what? Let's pull this dude up. Please don't shove me. Okay, good. Certainly seems to work pretty well. Now, if they're damaged enough, they're about to die, you can just sort of walk 5, 6, 7 times and then they die. Like I did just now with that elephant a minute ago. So, I mean, with regards, by the way, to how I was saying that TSO is a bad god for the early game for 3 runes, you know, we're all the way in Layer 4 and we only have the first ability. It's just very hard to get piety with him at this point in the game. We're more or less an atheist character right now, pretty much. Let's drop this. Let's drop that. Do I want to keep the gloves? Do I want to wear the gloves? Probably not. Honestly, these gloves are liable to just get me killed, so as cool as they are, I don't think I'm going to wear them. What does this deity do? Well, this is actually considered to be one of the best gods for 15 runes. The Shining One is basically like a paladin-type god. So, like all the good gods, if you die, there's a very small chance they'll just save you. You can't stab things with TSO. You get RN+, and as you get higher piety, you get RN++, and then RN+++, just from worshipping him. Makes a halo that makes everything around you easier to hit, including you. If I kill something that is a demon or undead or otherwise evil, I can get healed a little bit, and I can get mana back as well. This is what makes him amazing in 15 rune, where demons are everywhere, and not so good in 3 rune, where there's very few demons and undead. And then his active abilities, I can get a little bit of extra SH for a while. I can do a Cleansing Flame, which is just an AoE around me. It's really good. I can summon angels and devas to help me. And his capstone is that I get to make one of my weapons into Holy Wrath. So it's you know, he's a great god, just not really for this point in the game, you know. People generally will swap to him for 15 rune runs, but this is not a 15 rune run. Let's pull this guy. Yeah, he's really, really good for 15 rune. Just gonna pull this to a nice, easy to kite sort of area for a while. I want my hit points back, please. It should take 3 shots for him to kill me. Maximum, or minimum. Nice. It took a minute, but we got it. Yeah, if you look at the TSO altar, look real close. It's actually just a 1 with wings on it. It's kind of cute. Oh yeah, Cleansing Flame is just outrageously powerful. If you have high invocations, you can use it to essentially kill everything and extend it. Even many of the end-game bosses. Uh-oh. Let's flame this. This is dangerous, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Up we go. Look at me trying to melee a black mamba and win without using resources. We're not quite there yet, you know, in terms of character power. Almost. Bin delay on short blades soon, that's good. It's okay that I'm not training summoning right now, because we've locked it off at 13, which is far and away higher than all of our other skills, so we're still following the conduct. I think I'm going to switch to electrocution, see if I can fight through all this stuff. Whoops, that's not good. Yeah, this is lame. We need the venom. Sick as possible. Okay, 6 is possible, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Uh-oh. Not so sure about Hydra fighting today. Don't think we're gonna have such a grand old time doing that. I shouldn't have come back down that staircase. That was a mistake. Yeah, we'll use Lightning Spire to kill the Hydra. Just I wanted to be at full hit points when I did it is all. Nice pack of wolves for us to stomp on here. Cool. Yes, acronyms very important. Okay, this we will be happy to use a spire for. No, we're gonna find that Hydra. Found an elephant instead. There he is. This is kind of annoying. Oops, miscast. Another miscast. There we go. Now, what do we have here? There's an artifact helmet. Now, we're currently wearing a hat with MR Plus on it, which is certainly helpful. There's a Moth of Wrath in here. There's a ghost, which we don't know what the ghost does, because he's being a jerk and hiding from me. There he is. Just a melee ghost. 28 plus Weapon of Flaming, pretty good defenses. Okay. But of course, we don't want to deal with a Zerked Hydra. Don't want to deal with a Zerked Hydra. Of course, I can kill the Hydra really fast with Scattershot. He has no AC, so Zerked or not, I can just crush him. The real question is, where's that moth? Let's go in. Alright, let's, actually, Ice Blast. Okay, cool, that's fine. Scattershot, Scattershot. Doesn't matter what else he berserks. He can't berserk the ghost. I'll leave. I guess I'll Scattershot him. This has been a bit wasteful, I guess. Playing a little bit too fast, I suppose. That's my last Scattershot. Damn. Oh, you mean the Legend of Jory High Roller? What would Jory do? You gotta call him Jory High Roller. The highest of rollers. Okay, Spire deals with that for me. Let's find out if this was worth my complete and total wastefulness with my scatter shots, yeah? Ring of Wizardry, that kind of helps. The Hat of Catatonia is terrible for this character, actually, because the RN we already have, or at least we will. The Arpoise we already have from our sword. So yeah, that was not worth 3 charges of Scattershot, I must say. That was very wasteful. Plus the Star Corrode is just terrible. The experience was nice, and we got a little bit of piety, I suppose. The ring I think is actually quite handy. We don't really need See Invisible. We're going to drop that. Alright. It's alright. It's okay. By the way, we have Shoals and Spider. If I was going to do one of those with a Startelli ring on, I suppose it would be Spider. But no need to rush that. We're on layer 5. So we have one more floor left. After this one. Probably will go to Orc after layer 6, I think. Because we have, MR Plus hat, you know? Nice. Man, Lightning Spire is really good. We do have RN as well, and if we wanted to, technically we could have RF if we threw on the robe. Fire resist. Although I think I'm inclined to keep my ring mail on, to be honest. What am I doing? I don't need my Spire for this. So how are we doing on our skills? Almost Mendeley Shortblade still. Shields is coming up. Just keep training as we're training, I think. Sorks aren't that scary, if you say so. Do we have MO? I should not fool around with this. There's Melee out there. So I got in the hallway more, so I would not be getting tagged by a billion bees at the same time. Can I afford that ring? Which ring are you referring to? Ah, yeah, Ring of Protection. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, I can afford it now. That'll help a lot. Don't need magical power, as cool as it is. Let's pull this stuff up. Yeah, 10 AC to 15 AC, that's enormous. I should check on this, actually. What's my base AC? 5 with a ring mail. And then 6, 7 from gloves and boots, and 8 from cloak. 2.75 armor skill per 1 AC. Take that to 6. We'll get 2 points of AC off that. Maybe more once we switch to a helmet or a higher AC armor. Hello. Black Bear, huh? I'd take that over a Melee Eye. Put me to sleep, that's okay. Since it's just the two of you. Scale Mail castable yet? I doubt it. But maybe. Oh, I guess with the Wizardry Ring it is. Okay. I stand corrected. 18 AC, that's not bad at all. Well done, Mr. Biggles. Oh no, it's cosplay by committee. I'm gonna be disqualified. Leo Little Book will never allow me to live this down. I'm banned from Crawl forever. No, I appreciate it, thanks. Oops. Try to fight one elephant at a time if I can. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna run the risk of polymorphing. And we get another good poly. Notice that without Synv I can still see the Unseen Horror because he goes into my aura. Let's bail. Kind of do the same thing we did a minute ago and have a much easier time with it. Because of my higher AC, and higher GDR for that matter. This guy we're just gonna fight. Wow, that was a Melee Eye with a broadaxe. Well, you know what we don't have for the sorcerers? Our Elec. So if they summon a 6 Furhy after paralyzing me, I still die instantly. Sorcerers are, terrifying, man, I have to say. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Hey, Nani Badger, how you doing? The game just T-posed on you? Did it? Oh, yeah, I guess it did. I was curious about that strange little configuration of rations. What's up, Anani Badger? It was just the shape of the ration pile was really funny. Looked like a T. Oh, we got the Gamma Funk Water Temple today. Probably shouldn't be auto-exploring on this floor. But we pretty much have the spell power, or excuse me, the evocations power. I mean, we can defeat all that, especially with the fact that we have just so many wands of flame. Ring of our poise, so we have a weapon for that. Just set up a keyboard auto-clicker for O-tab and walk away. Yeah, I feel like we would die pretty quick without my careful interventions when my hit points gets below my stop tabbing. Yeah, fog gets rid of siren mesmerization, but only if it actually blocks line of sight, which is not guaranteed. Okay, this is all right. Actually, the blink frogs that were tearing my ass up a minute ago are going to have a little bit of a harder time now that I have better defenses. Oh god. Okay, good. Polar bear, not Windsdrake. Okay. It's a bit dangerous. Yeah, Elliptic, actually, one of the old devs did that. This is a little dangerous. So I'm gonna acid this dude. It's just a lot of damage possible. I should have had my Ring of Ice on from the start as soon as I saw Rhyme Drake, and it let my hit points get a little bit low. I could be using my Lightning Spire, but I'm very greedy for experience, you know. You know what's sad is with TSO we're kind of screwed out of some of my favorite summoning spells even if we find them. I think Malign Gateway is considered to be too evil for TSO. Yeah, I'm actually a bot that was written by Elliptic, specifically to annoy the other devs. So the way the summon experience leeching works is that if they do all the work, you get 50% experience, and then if you do some of the work, that is to say if you damage the enemy a little bit before it dies, that percentage goes up. So 50% is your minimum amount of experience to get from each kill. You get summon small mammal still. Oh boy! Let's get strength. If I could end up in, I don't know, Quicksilver Dragon Armor, I'd be okay with that. Or Pearl Dragon Armor if we're lucky enough to find that. Pretty sweet. How do you cheat in NetHack? Yeah, how do I cheat in the NetHack tournament? How do I cheat to get first place? Tournament's probably over, considering it was going on at the same time as the DCSS tournament.
Well, toot my horn and call me a bugle, it's ya boy Alpha Doodle Doot.
Hey Alf, what's up, man? How you doing? Doing a little cosplay challenge tonight. It runs the whole month. Ah, I see. I really should play NetHack on stream sometime. I get the feeling I'll embarrass myself repeatedly, but could be fun. Jeez, so many Rhyme Drakes. Keep putting on my Ring of Ice, which makes me a lot more defensive versus these guys, but I'm gonna make a spire here. This is actually quite dangerous. I can't take off my short sword here because the poison from this guy is just so deadly. I really have to have our poise to fight him. So let's just put the steam bath on him with the wand of flame. Do that again. See that there's a Hydra coming. We'll let the spire finish him off. Oh boy. They move faster in the water, you see. Just eating my spires for lunch. Oh, come on. Lazy spires doing nothing. Usually they're so effective, you know? Alright. Wow, that's amazing, Tone Hack. I thought pudding farming was taken out. I've heard a lot about pudding farming, but every time somebody brings it up, I'm told that it doesn't exist anymore. Or is it simply more annoying to do now? Pudding farming was removed about 4 years ago. I see. Let's just tab this stuff. This layer 6 tends to be a little bit more slow than some of the other layer 6 vaults that could spawn. Whoa, oh god, this is actually really dangerous. Wasn't paying attention, didn't see the Hydra coming. 8-headed Hydra. I don't want to be petrified next to this thing, that's for damn sure. Hello. Hello, guys. Okay. Now we're safe. So many Hydras, and also Snorg, apparently. Okay. Try again. Looks like this staircase is pretty clear. I say as multiple wyverns show up to ruin my day. Okay. This Hydra's doing some work. Curare. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna fight this stuff. And we'll burn I'm gonna burn an ice blast just because I don't want to do any more risky staircase dancing, you know? Going to a different staircase and then finding out that there's a Hydra right next to me. Which could very well happen, so we blew one tiny resource in order to kind of make my world a little bit safer. Let's do a couple beasts here. Nice. He's dead. How's his body armor? Wow, +3. That might very well be worth using, come to think of it. Instead of +2 scale metal fire res, although I think I'm going to keep the fire res. Having a resistance is really, really good. Hey, there's our girl. There's our girl. Let's have our buddies deal with her for us. She didn't mesmerize me, surprisingly. Alright, man. Time to find out. Is the chainmail any good? Nope. No, not at all. Okay. Drop the ring mail. Drop the chain. I'll take summons to 16 so that I can take my shields to 15 according to the rules of this challenge. I think I'm gonna take off the shield and find out. Wow, +8 Arbalest. Damn, of penetration too. That's true, Mr. Biggles. But we're not allowed. Let's fight on land so we can not miss attacks on account of being, you know, in water. There we go. The shield is making us so much better than we otherwise would be. I take it you run a NetHack fork there, Jonadab? It's pretty cool. Oh, hello. Hello. Lots of damage possible here. There we go, Tele finally kicked in. I would have been a lot more slow about handling that encounter if I was streaking or cared a lot about my success rate here. Just letting my Spire deal with this. Actually, we can melee this a little bit, given our AC level and whatnot. There we go. Somehow we've managed to get 4-star Piety with TSO, so we have Cleansing Flame available, although I've trained almost no invocations, so not really that handy. Not that it would be anyway. Although once I have Angels available, it might behoove me to train a bit of Invo. Alright. Interesting. Well, that's Lair. Orc Sorcerers are down to 14% chance to para since we have this MR Plus hat. I could buy some more stuff, but honestly we're so good on resources right now I'm inclined to save my money, because who knows what we're going to find in Orc. So let's go do Orc. How about that? Run right up on these centaurs so they can't do as much damage to me. Hold up a minute. I will burn some gold on Identify. Get that ammo. I'm gonna roll the dice on this amulet. Okay, it's Rage. It's not harm, so dice roll successful, I guess. I left D8 because of a Deep Elf. Alright, I'll go finish him, I guess. We're strong enough to safely kill him now, for the most part. If he had had Lightning Bolt, it still would have been a bit of a problem. I didn't actually fail to explore D8, though, by the way. We managed to fully explore it despite the fact that there was a super deadly mage on there. He kind of showed up at the last minute. Seems like our Orc has to be on D12 today. Whoa, hello. What up, girl? That's Psyche, and she's speed 13. Of course, she has her signature weapon of Disto, actually Chaos today. She also has a Poly Wand. Okay. Picks up a Dagger of Chaos, picks up a Wand of Polymorph. Damn it. Why did she have to turn into something with hands? Okay, we got wisped. Wow, he's been resisting so much. 71% chance to get through, and we failed like 8 times. That's okay though. I don't care about preserving my polymorph charges. And even if I did, I'm about to get more from her, so... Alrighty. was an exciting adventure as I became a wisp. Feel pretty confident about tabbing these things, even though they can do enormous damage to me. It's because my defenses are good. There's our orc. Alrighty. Now I could wear that robe of magic resist, and I'm real tempted. I'm real tempted. Let's drop some stuff. I don't need this sling anymore. 1% para at that point, although that nukes my RF. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd like to be able to tab through most of this stuff. I think we'll just keep the body armor on, although I think that if I was playing 100% optimally, we would use the robe. Oh, hello. Okay, he ran out of rocks. What do you got? Great Mace of Protection. Okay. Ouch. These guys are not messing around. Remember, each orc warrior can do 20 damage plus his weapon. That adds up pretty quick, man. Asmer multi-hour recording of my keyboard. I mean, I could do that. I have the equipment to make genuine Asmer videos. So I guess what I could do is I could just, like, be super quiet and just program for a couple hours or something. And then just record the keyboard, like put the microphone closer to the keyboard than it usually is, maybe. And I don't know what, I'd have to do some research on what the best setting would be, you know, like cardioid or whatever, for that kind of thing. But my microphone is definitely capable. I mean, I realize you're probably joking, but Alice in front to reduce rocks. Yeah, I could have done that, Mr. Biggles. I was just taking such little damage that it didn't seem necessary. So we got shafted down here. Let's... Damn it. Let's clean up a staircase. That's another reason I don't need to be that worried about MR, by the way, is because I can just Lightning Spire to block all hexes. Well, I'm, as always, very glad that you're enjoying them, Alf. Always good to hear nice feedback like that. What's not good is getting pazoned by this Orc Knight. Why don't we curare his ass? Oh, that's just gross, Mr. Biggles. Afraid I'm not into that. Sounds unsanitary somehow. Oh man, we should be able to just tab all this, to be honest. Maybe one at a time, though. This character is still a bit fragile, even if I do have 20 AC now. I can set my skill training target for shields to 15 since I'm training summoning simultaneously up to 16. So I have there's no possibility of shields overtaking summonings. So I won't break conduct. I really hope that skill... I hope that skill goes somewhere, you know? Like, I really hope we find a summon spell sooner or later. Something nice and high level. I think the best I could really ask for on a TSO character, outside of course, like, Dragon's Call or something, would be, believe it or not, Monstrous Menagerie. That's a spell that Gamma Funk used to go on and on about being one of the best summoning spells, which I strongly, strongly disagree, since you can basically get like Malign Gateway out of the same book and around the same time in terms of training, and it's like a million times better. But it's not terrible. It's pretty good, actually. It's just a lot of other things you could be doing. Man, you really do get robbed, though, worshipping a good god and doing summonings. Like, I can't do summon horrible things. Those are undead. I can't... Well, of course, I can't do Malign Gateway. I already mentioned that. In the early game, you can't do the imps. Can't do Summon Demon if I find those. Can't do Summon Greater Demon, although I never cast that anyway. 1, 2, 3... Okay, we need a Spire. Oh, we might be getting owned. Time to use Acid. Sick as possible. Spire. I'm willing to burn another Acid on you. Wow, you don't want to die. Wow, you really don't want to die. There we go. Gosh, a lot of acid use there. Well, some people have suggested that all Asmer is porn, actually, Mr. Biggles. In fact, Patreon, I think, nuked all the Asmer people off of their platform. Which riled a number of people up. But Patreon is a terrible platform anyway. They censor all kinds of people. Alright, let's not break the Twitch terms of service as well. Oh, hello. Spire goes here. Ooh, 2 of them. Okay. Okay, so I miscast Ice Beast twice at 21%. Not that surprising, I suppose. Basically, I just don't want to get paralyzed here. So we let our buddies do the work. Ouch. Kind of cool that we can have warg buddies now. Okay, so this giant Orc 1 vault has rewarded us with a ton of gold. I guess that's pretty cool. And also there's this thing. Staff of Energy. Okay. It's a much bigger Orc 1 than what I'm used to. Hello. Let's put on our Ring of Ice. Also known as the Ring of Deportation. He dies. Have another Ring of Ice, we don't need that. There's a ring here. Whoa, hello, RC plus MR plus, alright. Alright. The Ring of Suspicion, I'll take that. Don't need my wizardry anymore, really. Uru with a Wand of Paralysis. Nice try. I will polymorph you so you stop using my wand. Uru the Giant Brain goes away. Now we have a Wand of Para. It's very cool. Alrighty. Oh, damn. We actually found Gyre and Gimbal. Should I have a Gyre and Gimbal run for you guys? I've already trained a bunch of shields, but that's fun enough that it might be worth it. Just for the hell of it. That is an incredible incredible item. I mean, I wouldn't really call it luck because I still think using a shield is better. But I'll tell you what, we'll do a poll. Gimbal, yes, no. Gyre and Gimbal is a two-handed weapon that attacks twice as fast as a regular quick blade. Two quick blades joined by a chain, swinging one compels the wielder to swing the other, so you get to actually attack twice at the same time. There's a poll right now, so if you look at the top of the chat, you vote yes or you vote no for if you want me to use Gyre and Gimbal over my shield. That's going to be at the top right, where the leaderboard for bits and other kinds of donations ordinarily would be. I feel like I should have the Jeopardy theme music playing. Yeah, it would take my shield away. So I don't think it's optimal. I do think it's pretty fun, I guess. Don't see it for mobile, but I'm yes. All right, I'll count yours. Maybe it takes it away from mobile. That's lame as hell if the poll feature doesn't work for mobile people. All right, it's about to end. Wow, 100% yes. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this today. All right. Sounds good. Doesn't really show up too. No, you can kind of see it on the tile. It's a little wacky on Eustachio's tile, I suppose. I think we already have Mendeley. Pair of quick blades. See, now people are just going to tell me they're on mobile, but they're actually not, so they can get the double vote. I know what's up. Alright, yeah, we already have Mendeley. Okay, I can stop training summonings. We'll take all this stuff to 10, 9, and 9. Okay. We don't need to buy this stuff just yet. Interesting. Just realized we have RN++. I don't need to waste resources against her. Mr. Biggles is the only one who voted no. Well, the actual poll said it was 5 votes yes and 0 votes no. Hello! There's our Book of Summonings. Now again, we get robbed out of Summon Demon, but we get to cast Summon Forest. We get Shadow Creatures, which is a little wonky since it won't give us anything evil. So there's some strange effects, like we'll only get Ushabtis if we were to go into Tomb. Mana Viper's really good. Not allowed to cast Abjuration. That's part of the challenge for whatever reason. D-Missile is available. What's this artifact? Nothing I care about. Blink is available. Alright. But that Book of Summonings, now that's actually really useful. Mana Viper's huge, for sure. And Summon Forest, believe it or not, is huge. Shadow Creatures I hate using, but honestly is probably the best thing in this book for this particular character, since I have to go so heavy into summonings, right? Damn, dude, getting wrecked. Lack of a shield means that I'm taking all this damage from old boomerangs. Honestly, I think if I'm gonna run around without a shield, we probably should just get D-Missile online, to be honest with you. Just to kind of make up for no shield. D-Missile is better than a shield anyway in terms of ranged attacks. It's outrageous how many shots it blocks. Hey, my favorite spell, Irradiate, is available. Probably not something this character is using, though. So path upwards. Empty room, okay. Oh, we are training dodging more. We're taking it to 9. We're in the process. I mean, we do a lot of damage. It's nice that we get 2 attacks every time. Really helps deal with the natural sort of inaccuracy of crawl melee, you know? Oh, that's cute. We got Disto Boomerang dispersed. By the way, we get 7 more AC when we swing with these things, so that's nice. Sadly, not a damage brand. That would be way better. Possibly even overpowered. We can never pick up enchant armor, or excuse me, enchant weapon. We won't be needing that. I'm gonna save enchant armor for the time being. Okay, RC plus MR plus ring. Amulet of Air. That's interesting. I don't really want inaccuracy, but that might be our only source of RLEC. Just put this stuff on the list. Look into it later, see if we need it. Oh god, this is just a completely unsummoned, straight up 6 Furhy. Can we... Okay, good. I was gonna say, can we win just attacking it with no Arlec? Yeah, so this is the, oh god. This is the Pan portal. So we can go into Pandemonium really early if we want to. Don't do that. Never do that. But that means there's going to be demons around here. Switch to Storm Dragon armor later? Maybe. We could end up in big armor. It's definitely possible. By the way, now that we have Divine Warriors available, I am tempted to train some Invocations. The only reason I'm not doing that is because, well, we're really going heavily into being like a melee guy. Now that we found this, this weapon. So I'm kind of focused on that pretty heavily for the time being. Oh, come on. Okay, alright. Just used an acid to finish that off since it didn't really want to go. Gyre and Gimbal not so good against things with high AC. I can't be paralyzed, right? 1%, that's not bad. You notice I'm crushing the mages and the priests and everything, but the knights are just kind of a hassle. Okay, let's bail, I think. Storm Dragon armor is, I think, the same as plate, I believe. 10 AC, same as plate, encumbrance rating 15, which is actually less than plate, which is 18. So yeah, Storm seems reasonable for this character. What I anticipate happening is probably I'm going to save my money and get the Book of Summonings. If I don't go for enchantments first for D-Missile. And then like we'll be meleeing things while our forest is constricting them for us. With the... Oh god. With the vines. This is ugly. Can't even fight 2 knights because they might each other. Let's pull this dude up. Okay, his might is over, now we can just melee him. Plate armor, ponderousness, that's why he's so hard to kill. He's got +5 plate. D-Missile seems more optimal. I think so too. Oh, you think I should be using the plate armor or ponderousness? Maybe. Not being able to walk away sounds a bit painful. Well, I mean, I could walk away, but... Killing the priest first. Oh, come on. Shiny one accepts my kill for the demon spawn, but doesn't heal me. Manual staves, I don't care. Stat form and Vile Clutch. Man, we found Stat form, Vile Clutch, and Irradiate. All my favorite spells, but not really that helpful for this character, considering the conducts. Fin Folio, okay. Alright, that's going to have Summon Hydra, that's really good. Book of Dreams, more shadow creatures, I suppose, and also Silence. Alright, tempting. All of these are really tempting. Then a weapon shop I don't care about. Okay, okay. What am I missing? Anything? Body armor. We'll take a look at this plate. Go Hydra form. Looks like a good game to acquire gold, I agree. In fact, why don't we go ahead and purchase this Identify. Because we could, for all I know, we could have Scroll of Acquirement. Okay, I just bought Holy Word, which identified the other scroll in my inventory because it was also a Holy Word. Okay, so 29 AC, 6 EV, and it completely wrecks my cast ability on Lightning Spire, which is not so good. I gain 8 AC for the purposes of... Well, I lose... Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 EV to gain 8 AC. It's just not worth it. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Although we're not going to be in the scale mail forever. EV is weak. Having a little, you'd be surprised, having a little bit of evasion is quite nice. You really want to make sure it's above 10 at a minimum, if you ask me. Even if you're in super heavy armor, and I agree that AC is better. But yeah, it's just crucial. Anyway, where would this character like to go next? Crystalline armor on every character. I don't know about that. Yeah, well, it's getting kind of late and I'm kind of hungry, so I'll probably stop the stream here, but next time, I think, honestly, I'm feeling a little lucky. I might go ahead and buy the, go to Pan. I don't think so. I might go ahead and buy the Telly ring and fulfill that one conduct. Just do it in like Spider Nest or something. Although we don't have our poise all the time anymore because we took off that short sword, so we're going to need to either wear that helmet with Star Corrode or pop on the ring of Poison Resist. I'm thinking the ring of Poison Resist since we don't need MR in there, but we also don't want to have to deal with the Star Corrode, so we can take off this Ring of Suspicion, put on our poise, and then probably just crush Spider. Even if we do have to deal with Telly, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we've got Spire, we've got just an enormous amount of resources. 3 Blinking, 3 Fear, 9 Telly. I mean, that's good. Holy Words even, which actually work against the demonic crawlers. We've got Divine Warriors, which, well, we don't really have it yet, but if I train Invocations to 10 like I should, which I'm going to do now, and we could do that, pull those out. The biggest thing is the Spire, just really helps. Ponderousness and drop Ring of Protection, no way. 5 AC for almost nothing, no way. Not dropping that. Man, it's tempting. I should get Inner Flame maybe and have some real fun in there. It's just a lot of paths this character could take, but I think now that we have Gyre and Gimple, it's just the pretty clear option is to just kill stuff, 21 AC, 13 EV, no SH. problem is that if without the ability to make kill holes, Spider could be really obnoxious, so kind of hard to say. Anyway, I have plenty of time to think about this. I'm going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I really appreciate the subs, everybody, so thank you for that. Hopefully we can do this again maybe around the time that I should be streaming tomorrow, say around 6 p.m. EST. The normal streaming hours that I have posted, but unfortunately haven't been doing a good job of following. And then we can probably, depending on how fast it goes, I think we could probably finish this game in the next session. So, yeah, thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed, but until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.